Dressed up for this in your own suit?
Don't tell me what's going on. You can't come to set. We're doing Esquire's shoot.
Look how he shows up. Look how he shows up. He was an agent?
I thought he was an agent. I'm like, where's Davey? There's an agent standing there. I don't know who that is.
Here's what I figured out from living with you.
Okay.
You sleep for about 12 hours a day.
Okay. That's just a big
For the other 12
exaggeration.
hours,
It's a
you take
gross
a shower.
exaggeration. But I like to sleep. I enjoy my sleep. You're clearly the opposite. You're just saying you haven't showered in a few days. You just were on a plane from New York, and you actually never sleep.
Don't you feel like you have stuff to do?
When I have stuff to do, I'll get up.
Don't you feel like there's always stuff to do?
No, that's you. That's you being crazy, always needing to do something. You always used to pass out on the couch in our apartment, and so I took over the master bedroom, and you
took my bedroom.
Well, you said that you never liked to actually go into bed because it was like admitting failure. And so you only pass out when you physically cannot stay awake another moment.
I got a lot to do, man.
I know you do.
That's why we're doing this interview while I'm doing a photo shoot.
I didn't know, should I have a bunch of serious questions and then a bunch of things that I'm just curious about? So I'll start with some serious ones. You recently directed me in something for the first time.
Oh yeah,
And,
you were pretty good.
Thank you. I noticed
You
that
played a cowboy.
I did?
You had an accent.
You won't even let me ask a single question.
But I want to talk to you too.
Okay.
So, as a director, I'm asking you as an actor.
Okay.
So you had a little accent for that.
I did have a little accent
Did you
for
work
it.
on that?
I went to a dialect coach.
You did?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
No.
What about the first time you met Zac Efron? What was it like? What was it like?
We were like,
Maybe you weren't starstruck, but what was it like?
hey, good to meet you, man. Excited to work on the movie.
You call each other man?
Probably.
Do you do a handshake?
I think we did a handshake.
Okay.
Yeah. What else would we have done?
I don't know, like high five?
Hey, nice to meet
pound?
you, Zac Efron.
Jumping high five?
The introduction jumping high five.
You work with Zac Efron and Zach Braff on Scrubs.
Correct.
Which Zach do you like better?
Both very different guys.
But,
I like them equally in very different ways.
come on,
I swear.
what different ways? Like, when you're hanging out with Efron,
Right.
do you feel different than when you're hanging out with Braff?
What do you mean, do I feel different?
Well, they're different guys. Like,
Clearly.
you're like, oh, I feel relaxed because I'm around Efron. Oh, Braff, I'm gonna laugh.
Speaking of Zach Braff and Scrubs, I'm curious. Have you seen a single episode of me in Scrubs?
Some funny shit.
Yeah,
man.
which one did you see?
When you were that pinata?
What? Cut that out! They cut that out.
That was some funny.
You saw that as a picture that I gave Mom for Christmas.
That was fucking hilarious.
That's touching that you haven't seen a single... Have you seen anything that I've ever been
Dude,
in?
I'm in school.
Have
I
you
can't
seen
watch TV.
anything that I've ever been in?
I don't have any time to
Answer
watch
the
TV.
question.
Yes.
What have you seen that I've been in?
After sex.
It's my first project and you were forced to see that. That doesn't count.
That was good.
That was good.
How do you fall into acting? That's interesting.
Miles was always asking me when he was going to get me out here and get me started. And
So Miles, my manager,
yeah, but I never wanted to be an actor.
Why?
Because, I don't know, I was kind of shy in high school.
you were?
At the end, I kind of like broke out of my shell a little bit.
I thought you were the man. You were a homecoming king. You were the homecoming king
Anyways.
and best looking of in the yearbook.
Anyways, so,
Didn't you win best looking?
I don't know.
I didn't even go to homecoming.
I think we're different in a lot of ways.
Okay.
To me, it seems like you don't have a worry in the world. Like, I never see you upset. Like, even when you're upset about some stuff, like, you never seem upset. And, like, where I felt felt really awkward growing up, you'd always be going down the block and you had, like, 100 friends. And then, like, when I was in, even when I went to college, I was, like, a big loner. And you, like, had 1 million friends. You're not denying it.
I mean, well, I'm not denying it, but that doesn't mean that I don't get upset or I don't have issues.
Yeah, but when you get upset, you don't really get upset.
What do you mean? Like, I'm not, like, screaming or something? Or, like,
no,
like super depressed?
You're kind of like this, like, oh, man.
Just like a shucks. It seems like you're always kind of wanting to be doing something, but because I don't know, I like my downtime.
Do you think I have a problem?
I don't know if it's a problem, just because it's like, you know, admirable just to be able to like doing everything that you're doing. But
you think why do you think I do that?
I don't know. I wondered, like, do you enjoy like sitting around and just like watching TV and doing absolutely nothing else but watching TV every once in a while?
Like, watch what?
Watch anything you want. When's the last time you like weren't working on something, just sitting there and just doing nothing?
What does that mean?
I don't know, going somewhere just to like hang out and just like relax and do nothing.
I don't know what that means. I've been in New York for 2 years. I don't know how to drive anymore.
Is there a role that you wish you had a chance to play that another actor got a stab at?
I think I used to feel like competitive just because acting was my whole focus. And so if I didn't get a chance to play a role, I'd be upset, and then, you know, as a result, I'd feel like competition with, you know, the person that got it.
Yeah. Now that you've started to become interested in directing and writing and all that, do you feel competitive with anyone in that sense?
No, it's kind of a different thing because the stuff that I want to direct, I develop.
Right.
So it's not like anybody's taking the movie that I want to direct.
Right.
Like, I'm developing everything. Like, what do you think? You're still like doing the grind. You're going and auditioning.
Right. It's kind of exciting to like not know what's coming up for you, and like, you know, I could get a job next week that would change my life, you know. But at the same time, like
if you were cast as Edward Cullen.
Right, which I wouldn't want. Like, I don't want that kind of life-changing part, but...
You don't want that part?
No, I do not.
You went out for that part?
I did go out I tested for that part.
You tested?
I tested for that part. I'm very happy that I did not get it.
You tested for Edward Cullen?
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, it's weird.
Whoa.
What?
So it was down to you?
No, I don't know how many people it was down to.
But you read for Catherine Hardwicke for that?
Yeah.
What scene?
What scenes did we read? I think we did the very first scene that you meet him. I think they're in like a biology class or something together.
Oh yeah, and he smells her and he makes a face like he doesn't like her smell, but really he's like addicted to her smell.
Yeah, there was some good facial expressions going on in that scene.
What expressions did you make?
I don't know.
Come on, you smell her.
No, I'm not doing a reenactment of it.
She smells so good, you want to suck her blood. Do it.
I don't want that kind of fame.
You don't?
No, hell no. I don't like the idea of like losing my anonymity and not having like a personal life. And I mean, how do you deal with it? I feel like maybe when you were first starting out, you were a little more uncomfortable with it, of being recognized and all that stuff.
Usually, if somebody comes up to you, they're doing it because they are gonna say something nice.
Right.
The worst you get, like, from people on the street is like, "Hey, I saw Spider-Man. It was an okay movie. I thought it was okay."
Yeah. Is there anything that you, looking back, that you do differently, or that you'd like give any advice that you'd give me, someone who's just starting out? And
just only do the projects that, you know, you feel comfortable with or believe in.
Yeah.
So this is our old apartment.
Yeah.
The colonial house. Well, how long did we live here?
We lived here maybe a year and a half.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. The woman below us was Gus Van Sant's production designer on My Own Private Idaho.
That's right, and she
Had very sensitive ears.
Yeah, she did not like us stomping around
She didn't like us
upstairs.
walking.
Yeah, I remember I had
We weren't allowed to walk.
I had the fan on the ground one night. It was hot, and I had the fan going up at me, and she complained about that the whole night. There was this buzzing. There was a buzzing the whole night, so we couldn't have a fan on. We couldn't walk. Couldn't move. How was it working with Mom on General Hospital?
It was just weird because it was like I was doing all these scenes with her, and I was like, "Oh, it's Mom."
Yeah.
But then she was acting differently, so it was like
She said the exact same thing when she called me after the first day you guys had scenes together. She was like, she was all like frazzled. She didn't know what to feel. She's like, I don't know whether to cry or not. It was just so weird. Like,
why?
she just said the exact same thing you
I
said.
wasn't
that
acting like myself.
she said it was weird because, like, you know, it's James and it's my son, but it wasn't him, and it wasn't me being there either, and so there was this really weird dynamic, and she didn't know how to feel about it, and she didn't know whether to cry. It was crazy. She was like all over the place. I'm gonna ask you a series of a series of questions. You got to answer as fast as you can without thinking. I'm gonna give you two options. You gotta say as fast as you can without thinking. All right?
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right. Stand By Me or The Goonies?
All
right.
The Goonies.
Team Edward, Team Jacob?
What is that?
Come on, you know what that is.
Oh, Team Edward.
Better Kisser, Sean Penn or John Prescott from Howl?
John.
Sammy or Zelda?
What?
Quick!
Oh man. That's
Sammy or
fucked up.
Zelda?
I can't answer.
Sammy or Zelda?
Can't
The
answer
last one.
Oh man, I can't answer that. It's my kids.
All right.
Those are my cats. That's it?
That's all I got right now.
Oh man, those were good. Okay. All right, thanks, bud. That was one of my more enjoyable interviews.
Cool.